interestingly enough, I think that it's a joke, but I had a few people contact me via DMs and emails yesterday asking me, so what is the deal with obtaining a license to restream me officially? Now, I think that these people are not serious, and here's why. I got like 5 or 6 of these messages. Not a single person said, here's my YouTube channel, here's my Twitch channel. I do restream you regularly, and I don't want to get into trouble. Instead, they were just like, so what's the deal with the license? You know, very professional. So what I'm going to do, I might do this shortly, actually set up an official way that people who are interested can contact me and pay me a fee to obtain a legal license to restream me for daily content.
Oh, wait, you serious? Let me laugh even harder.
Then that way in the future, if and when I do exercise my right to have legal litigation against those who steal my content illegally on a daily basis, those people who purchased the license would be immune because they've been given permission to use my content. So I need to work on that because to be honest, I didn't think that anyone was going to care, but a bunch of people did contact me. But again, I don't think that they're real. I think that they're just like, people messing around because no one said, hey, so by the way, I am so-and-so who you probably know. I'm one of your detractors and I restream your content daily. But actually, I think it's fair that I would pay you a fee to do it because I make a lot of money doing it. So what's the deal with that? Like no one actually reached out to me like that. Instead, it was just like, hey, so how do I do it? Like, what? No. Because to be honest, to officially grant any license, I would have to know that information. I'd have to know your name. I'd have to know your channel. I'd have to know all your legal information to be sure that all your bases are covered, To be fair, here's what it would be. All right. It would probably be a monthly or an annual fee. All right. Just like any other service, you pay a flat rate monthly or maybe a discount if you do it annually. All right. And all it is a fee that you pay just like any other subscription service. And you will get official permission legally. There'll be like a contract written up that says you can now live restream my content and make your own content out of it. You have legal permission to do so.
Just when I think you've said the stupidest thing ever, you keep talking.
And that it would say, I would, via this contract, completely relinquish any legal rights to go after someone who purchases that agreement. Because think of it this way. Right now, there's probably, 20, 30 people who are doing this. Out of that, maybe 10 actually are making a living doing it, right? But if those people paid me a reasonable amount every month, I mean, if they're making thousands and thousands of dollars a month as they're claiming, okay, then they could probably shell over like, $100 a month. So if there's 10, 20 people doing that and they all pay me and I'm making a couple thousand a month doing it, then why would I care? Go for it, right? And you're only making a living because of me. So there you go. But again, I haven't really worked it out yet because I'm in the early stages of everything. I announced yesterday that as of yesterday, I am officially have certain parties tracking all of the detractor content. They are now checking who's live restreaming, who's actually doing stuff after the fact transformatively, because that stuff's fine. I've never had a problem with someone making a transformative work of me. If it's defamatory, yeah, there's a problem there. But transformative versus actually live rebroadcasting without permission, without giving the creator a chance to have their content digested and make money first, that's illegal. You have to give a chance for the original broadcast to go first before you can then try to rebroadcast. It's not legal to do that. You understand? So all of this is now being tracked day by day, hour by hour. And all this evidence will be used in the future. So there you have it. Do I really want to do business with these guys? Listen, Toe Tickler Timmy, it's this simple. You can't change people's behavior. But the thing is, instead of just saying, I'm staunchly against it, I don't want anyone to do it, they're going to do it anyway. So instead, make it so that at least if it's going to happen, that I benefit from it, right? I can't stop them from making the content, but I can actually tell them, hey, if you want to do it, you got to pay. Exactly. Princess Luna just said there's nothing wrong with getting paid for something they're doing anyway. Exactly right. Only now they would have protection that I would never go and try to get them for doing it later on in a court of law. You know? And I think that's only fair. You're already making so much off of me. You literally, this week when I was gone, was 100% legal evidence that without me, they have no content because they had nothing. They had absolutely nothing to do. They were bored and they had no income and no content coming in. So there you have it. No, I did not say that. I did not say $100 per stream. That's not what I said. Like I said, I haven't figured anything out yet. That's something that I would have to work on my end. What I would have to do is probably have like a site created where someone could go and have a web form filled in with their information, like their name, their YouTube channel or their Twitch channel, information like how much do you stream, Phil, blah, blah, blah. And then basically they would pay this licensing fee either once a month or an annual discount, like a yearly discount to do it for like a year. And then it gives them a contract that says, you are now, here you go. Here's your contract. You have now have the right to do this for this amount of time and no one can go after you for it. Yes, but here's the funny part. Forsen says, to sue one of these guys, you're looking at $50,000 or more and it's not worth it. Here's the thing though, Forsen. There's a lot of them. If it was one person doing it, I would agree with you. I'd be like, yeah, you're right. Going after one guy, small potatoes. There's a lot of these people doing it, making money. All of that money is mine. You understand that? It's literally all mine because it's all my content that's being stolen illegally. I have a legal right to all of that content. I do. So if you add it all together, it's big money. It's big money and big prizes. Let me tell you. Because sometimes you can win a ruling, you can just do a settlement. I would assume if I were to ever take this seriously and take it to court, these people do not want to go all the way because I will own everything they've ever made. Every dollar they ever made restreaming my content, I will recoup. And then legal fees on top of that. They don't want that. So they're all going to settle. They're all going to hit me with nice, big, juicy settlements just to get this to stop so they don't have to bleed in court for years after years. They don't have a foot to stand on. No, I don't think that YouTube will demonetize any detractors on July 15th. All YouTube ever does is they have rules and then they very, very selectively enforce the rules. If there's a big stink about something, sometimes they'll enforce the rules. Other times they'll completely ignore rules. It's really stupid. All right? So what it is, they already have a policy. And that policy says you cannot upload what they consider to be spam content, regurgitated content, non-original content. What does that mean? Literally copying someone else's content and re-uploading it to your channel, live restreaming someone else. It's already not allowed on YouTube. The thing is, YouTube doesn't enforce it. People have been reported a million times. YouTube doesn't enforce any of it. So now what YouTube is saying is apparently they're going to enforce it. Does that mean anything's going to change? I very much doubt it. Very, very much doubt it. Cydia says no one will pay you a license because the audience of the detractors would ridicule them into oblivion. Why would they know? I'm not an asshole. I wouldn't have a public listing of those who bought the licenses. That would be a legal contract between me and the streamer. That's it. It wouldn't be known publicly.
You got some idiot named DSP who's a total piece of shit, by the way. I like to get that on YouTube, but